Guys, we're back at Pisces Aquaria, the fish store that is not my local fish store. It's several hours away from me, but it's always worth coming here because it's such a cool planted aquarium store. I think it's one of the only ones like this in the whole state that I live in. Andrew, what's up, buddy?
Hey, welcome to the store, dude.
Thanks for opening up for me on a day that you're not open. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's do an old-fashioned fish store tour.
Cool.
So I want to know, this is your baby.
Yeah. When you walk in the door, the first thing you see is a bunch of houseplants in our 120p here. This one is my dream tank for what I've always wanted, and now we have one here in the store to show everybody what we're up to. This one is the one I also enter aquascaping contests with.
Yeah, I've seen this one on Instagram a lot.
This one got 38th in the CChem contest. It got like 500 something in IAPLC, and the AGA results just came out too, and we're up there in the category as well.
No, it's super cool, and you got, it looks like you have cardinal tetras in here, a big school of those.
I did just trim it, so there's usually more background plants, but we have 50 cardinal tetras. We have costae tetras, these guys with the black stripe on their tail. And we have Elios tetras, which are a very rare, newer tetra, these dark ones with the pink fins. There's one right there in the front. Cool. And we also have these very cool Coriodoris down here as well.
Yeah, I was checking. I was checking those out. Of course, they bounce as soon as I show up.
And we also have pencilfish in there, and you know, a myriad of algae eaters. This guy's called a Dua Neoglass Air because the bottom's floating, which is pretty cool. And we just set up a little mini pond in here. We got our, you know, classic floating plants. We got some anubias, some moss, and then this is a pond grass. So a lot of times these shallow tanks, we can combine pond plants and aquarium plants and make little bogs and little easy to manage pond things for in the house.
Yeah, I love doing little stuff like this. And you guys have a bunch of, we'll take a look at the stuff over here too. Because I want to show off. There's all of this stuff. So this is like the terrarium section of the store, kind of. I mean, you have some other stuff, but
I'd say mostly small, just nature enclosures, whatever you want to call them. This one's a terrarium specifically for sure. We have a mini orchid hanging on this orchid plate, and this is called a terra base. It's a ceramic growth vessel that we planted a bunch of moss on, and then we have bucephalandras and an eridarum. We have Markgravia, which is that creeper going up the back there.
Oh yeah.
So we have aquatic plants, semi-aquatic plants, and jungle plants all together in one little system because it's humid and it's fun.
Yeah, and these are just so cool. Yeah. I love these.
So we have our little iota pots. Those are made by AquaWorks. There's some bucephalandra in the one on the left. And I actually had this in a bag, a plastic sandwich bag for 2 years before I added it to this little thing, and now it loves it in here. And this one, our employee made, it's a little Sturgeon Repens, little scape, just one rock and a little stick, but it looks nice.
So cool.
And then we just redid this one too.
Sweet. And then so over here you have tissue culture plants, a bunch of Tropica stuff, and you have some in tank, getting some stuff submerged, but then more cool little things up here. I mean, these are just so awesome, man. Like this one I love.
Mountain range for our pair of orange shrimp in here.
Yeah, I saw them earlier.
They're out in their front today.
Let me pan over here to the front desk. Ashley's hiding back there. And this is your creation, right, Ashley? So what is this style called?
This is a Ikebana style tank, which is Japanese flower arranging. So we take some of the principles from that and apply it to the aquarium, and I just thought it'd be cute to have a little shrimp garden in there in a pot.
Yeah, and it's so cool. Like it really jumps out because I mean, one, you have the background, but then also like just this really cool display in here.
I just recently did a huge reset where I tore out all the plants, trimmed them, and reset the whole thing so that it could have a fresh start and look nice and clean again.
Looks awesome. This is obviously my favorite section of the store because we got the stickers.
We got the new stickers we just got today. Brought
Andrew some stickers and then also some fish food, which we'll go find in a second. Maybe we'll feed some fish, but let's take a look here at this. So you have your competition tank over there, but then this is like the center piece of the store, right?
Yeah. This is a much simpler layout, and it's just a very classic planted tank with a lot of easy green plants that we don't have to do a lot of maintenance to. So this is something more achievable for most people wanting to try a planted tank for the first time.
Yeah, I can totally appreciate that. Like you have is that needle leaf Java fern in there? And then you got the angels in here.
And these are our blue angels. Hey guys.
Super pretty.
We have our emergent sword plant going crazy right now. There's flowers everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, dude. At what point do you just cut them off?
I'm gonna do it soon. It's getting a little crazy.
Right, like if it's blocking the customer, like when you're...
It's kind of funny. The customers get all touched by them, though. And
But that's cool. It's like, it's a good way to engage with your tank, right? Get hit by the stuff that's growing out of it.
yeah, the flowers are nice, you know, and it's a little surprise every day how many are open, which is cool.
That is very cool.
We also have some rare plants in there for fun, you know, but they're all easy ones. So pretty and simple to maintain is the goal with this one.
We got more stickers over here, and then we have another cool tank. Did Ashley do this one? Did I hear that?
This is also Ashley's tank, yeah.
Okay.
This one's a classic nature style layout. Big, nice piece of wood with a lot of slow-growing epiphyte plants on it. Bucephalandra, ferns, mosses, and we got some floaters. And the goal for this tank was just to make the fish happy and keep it easy to maintain as well. So
I like it. And then we swing around here and we have all the hardscape stuff. So we got 2 big bins of what looks like manzanita wood and some spider wood. Underneath is all the gravel and nutrient substrate things. We got some tanks and some plushies.
I think we talked about this last time, our design box as well. You got one of those as an aquascaping store.
Yeah, you have to. Perfect.
You know, a little something something.
That's a beautiful scape.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful scape, Andrew. More
hard goods.
More dry goods.
Got your life support as a fish store, you know.
Another cool tank. We got to look at all the tanks.
Yeah, the tanks are more fun.
So this one, I remember this tank. I feel like has evolved over a long period of time because it's been here for a long time.
Yep.
I remember the kind of the different styles that it's been.
Yep.
It looks like maybe you changed out some rocks.
Yeah.
Since the last time I was here.
When we first opened, there was 3 rocks in here and like a stem plant garden behind it. So we changed it about maybe a year ago now into this more classic Iwagumi style. After we went on a hike down by the coast near us where the waterfalls are at, we created this when we got back, and it's just a nice classic Iwagumi with 1 schooling fish and some carping plants and just greens and reds, and it's been nice. I think we're gonna change it soon though because it's been up for a year and it's time.
I feel that. All right, dude, let's check out some fish though. So here is the fish section of the store. This is the shrimp section. We'll pivot over to where all the fish are housed. So your setup here, I know this is the part that I think people are gonna be most interested in, is like how you have this all set up. So like the filtration, how you do the water changes. I think that's, you know, when you go to a fish store, every fish store is a little different on how they do it. So tell me a little bit more about this stuff.
So we wanted these tanks to be easy to maintain firstly, and easy to catch fish out of, but also being rimless and pretty was kind of the criteria for us. So we wanted to do an air pump system to keep the maintenance low and keep the cost low on the filters. So we have these big foam Matten filters in the corner of all the tanks, and they're run by central air pump system. Yeah, there's the lines there, and then if you go one more up, you can see the controls up there. And we have those going around the whole fish room. And so we have 2 air pumps that power our whole fish room here, and we clean maybe these sponges maybe once every 6 months, and other than that, we do just your classic water changes. We use the Python system straight to the sink, drain the water halfway, and we do that every week, and they stay really nice for us. We do specialize in lots of little fish, so there's not a huge amount of waste in these systems, and we keep plants in them too, so they stay pretty clean themselves, but big water changes to help because we have like 100 fish in a 20-gallon. That might be a little bit much.
Yeah.
Long-term.
So I understand why you have most of the fish that you have. I think, at least in my mind, it's telling me that it's because these are fish that lend themselves well to aquascaping, because that's what you're all about. But is there more to that, or am I spot on?
No, you're spot on. We tend to stock small, peaceful, community-friendly fish that don't eat plants, don't dig up plants, and don't hurt each other generally, because we want that peaceful, beautiful look in the tanks.
We can't show up to Pisces and not feed some fish though, and because we brought a bunch of legit fish food that they are now carrying, let's feed some fish. Well, Andrew got my fish all bagged up, guys. We will be probably going into this in another video, but we're gonna wrap up the store tour here at Pisces. I think we pretty much covered everything. Do you think we got it all, Andrew?
I think so. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man, always a good time, and I'll be back in a few days because I have to come back to get some substrate that was not quite ready.